What an absolute massacre. This week, the Mexico women's national football team played a two-game series against Jamaica. These two games were part of the FIFA Women's International Calendar, and the first game was played in Kansas City, where Mexico won in a convincing 3-0 result, 3-0. And the second was played in Houston, where Mexico had an even better game, winning 4-0, 4-0. That is just crazy. Just a complete beatdown of Jamaica. If this were a two-game aggregate like the CONCACAF Champions is, this would have been a 7-0 aggregate. Just wow. The offensive front and midfield completely outplayed Jamaica. Jamaica also made some big mistakes, really struggled, and Mexico's offense was able to capitalize on that. And we already know the defense for Mexico has been great under Pedro Lopez, the head coach for the team. And the players on that side of the ball have been in excellent form as well. Not one goal conceded during this two-game series. These two games, these two incredibly strong performances, I think definitely sends a message going forward of just how much the women's national team for Mexico has improved. Not only will they be a menace in World Cup qualifiers, I would be very surprised if they failed to qualify for 2027, especially given they just completely destroyed a rival CONCACAF team that qualified for the last two World Cups and even made it to the knockout rounds in 2023. Final score, Mexico 7-0 versus Jamaica in this two-game series. 3-0 in the first game and 4-0 in the second game. While the results pretty much give them already and explain the grades themselves, here are Mexico's grades for these two games. Goalkeepers, A-. Estefany Barreras was the goalkeeper in the first game, while Celeste Espino got the starting spot in the second game. Barreras made two saves in that first game that saw Jamaica only create two shots on goal. And the exact thing can be said for Espino. Two saves on Jamaica's only two shots on goal in the second game. Granted, Mexico had the majority of ball possession in both games, and the goalkeepers weren't put under a whole lot of pressure, but still both goalkeepers went through the motions, did their part on the team, and both had clean sheets. Defenders, A. Combining the stats from both games, the defense had a total of 18 tackles won, 24 clearances, and 22 interceptions. And because of the high number of clearances and takeaways, the defense was able to stop Jamaica's offense before they could take many shots with the ball, which is why the defense only had a total of 5 shots blocked in combining the stats from both games. But this strong performance where they shut down the opposing offense was why the goalkeepers had two easier, less stressful games. Rebecca Bernal also scored the third goal in the 3-0 win in the first game. Nothing else to really say about the defense. They again played very, very well. Midfielders, A+. The midfielders combined for 4 of the 7 goals. Alexia Delgado, Lisbeth Ovalle, and Ali Soto were the 3 midfielders who scored goals in these two games. Delgado in the first game scored a good goal from distance, and she caught Jamaica's goalkeeper off guard. That was definitely a highlight. Ali Soto, the 19-year-old attacking midfielder, was by a mile the best player in the midfield, scoring 2 goals in the second game. You could even say she was one of the best players in both starting 11s for both games. She is a very bright and promising prospect, and it's becoming really exciting to watch Mexico play when she is on the field and just seeing how she performs. She's a really incredibly talented player. Offensive front, A-. The midfield still contributed to most of the scoring, primarily the two attacking midfielders in Lisbeth Ovalle and Alice Soto. Nevertheless, the offensive front still played well and contributed to 2 of the 7 goals. Cristina Birkenroth scored the second goal in the first game, and Scarlett Camberos scored the third goal in the second game, and also had an assist as well. So a good performance from the forwards, and good to see them finally get involved in the goal scoring. Head coach, A. 2 more great defensive performances. His team completely outplayed Jamaica, and in both games, by the second half, the game was practically over. He gave playing time to the young players in Soto, Salivar, Natalia Collin, who made her senior national team debut, and they played well along with the veteran players on the team. Another solid international break for Pedro Lopez and his team, and what he has built up so far with this team is really, really exciting to watch. Lopez and his team made a statement with these wins. This is a new and much more competitive Mexico women's national team. So there you have it for the performance grades for the Mexico women's national team and their dominating performances against Jamaica. This team is building up something special, and it is very exciting to watch, not just as a Mexico fan, but a football fan in general. Can't wait to see what comes next. In terms of the overall team grade, I mean, how can you not give them an A? It's just that this team is really, really improving. It's incredible to see the positive steps in the right direction, and just the team becomes so much more competitive than it has been in its history. So really looking forward to see what comes next. That's all for this video. Guys, leave a like and subscribe to support this sports passion project. Feel free to check out my other Mexico football content and videos as well as my other sports content on the channel. Leave a like, subscribe, help support this channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Vamos Mexico.